Higher Learning is a show about adults learning interesting facts while under the influence of marijuana. This show is filmed in Vermont where it is legal to smoke. The staff involved in the show want to be clear that we do not support its use by those too young or where it is illegal to partake in such behavior. While this show doesn't show the usage of drugs or use coarse language, it is not intended for children. Parental discretion is advised. Now, let's get to the burning and learning. All right, welcome to Higher Learning, a class in disjointed education, a show where normally the premise is I read 25 facts and my son is high. Then a week later we come in and I give him a quiz on those facts to see how many he'll remember, or as we like to say, will he puff puff pass?
Or puff puff fail.
Because we don't have 2 weeks left for this year before the studio closes down till the end of the year, basically, for New Year's and Christmas, we're not going to do that. I decided to switch it up, and I'm going to do a try not to laugh challenge where basically what I'm doing is I made up 25 facts all off my dome, and he has to learn them like they were facts, but he has to try not to laugh at the humor that I inject into these false facts. You think you can do it?
Probably.
All right, let's give it a shot. So this one, it's not about puff, puff, pass and puff, puff, fail. Number one, singer Debbie Gibson was actually Paul from the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Burt and Ernie were originally cast as Bill and Ted, but their commitments to Sesame Street kept them from taking the role.
Yeah.
The title of the show, Silver Spoons, was a reference to heroin because it was trendy at the time. Ghostbusters is actually a metaphor for illegal immigration, and I don't think I need to back that up with proof because it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. I mean, how could you not see it?
Kareem Abdul Jabbar was Gary Coleman's body double on Diff'rent Strokes, and he was only used for that one special episode with the bike shop where the man molested him.
Is that an episode?
It is.
Is that a real fact?
Before they recorded Walk This Way, Run DMC actually wanted to cover the theme song to Alice. In a deleted scene from Back to the Future, Marty lets his teenage hormones get the better of him with his mom.
I bet.
In the pilot for the show Punky Brewster, Punky was a tattoo-covered prostitute with a heart of gold, but TV executives said they wanted a cute kid instead.
All right.
Now, everybody knows what Wee Herman did in a theater in Florida, right?
I think okay. I do.
Well, did you know the movie he was bashing the bishop to was Disney's The Little Mermaid?
I did.
You've probably heard that Rod Stewart was rumored to have needed his stomach pumped because it was full of, how should I put this, baby batter. What he actually swallowed were sea monkeys.
Yeah,
but like a game of telephone, sea monkeys turned into sea men. And all right,
you had a better joke in the beginning there.
1 out of every 3 children with Pac Man fever died in 1982 before the CDC finally cured it. Executives thought it would be funny to call Julia Roberts Pretty Woman. Nobody got that it was a joke.
Well, it was just Cinderella.
Alf was actually based on the life of Ron Jeremy. I mean, come on, a hairy beast that eats cats? It's pretty obvious looking back, isn't it?
Hey, I didn't know that one.
E.T. was not originally supposed to be from outer space. He was an illegal alien from Mexico named Eddie Torres.
Eddie?
E.T. Eddie Torres.
Who would have been
Eduardo,
buying an Eddie Torres stuffed animal? Nobody.
The Fat Boys, in reality, are skinny white guys from Utah wearing prosthetics like Eddie Murphy did in the Klumps. Drew Barrymore had such bad gas during the filming of the movie Cat's Eye, they had to replace the cat 7 times.
I bet.
There's a one episode of The Golden Girls that's never been seen because network censors thought that Dorothy buying $1 million life insurance plan on Sophia and pushing her down the flight of stairs would upset viewers.
Now that's the finale of The Golden Girls we needed.
Because of the Ewoks, Return of the Jedi has been proven to be the first known example of furries.
That's gross.
Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, was actually a good film.
Dude, that's kind of messed up.
Don't Worry, Be Happy singer Bobby McFerrin made all the music for the song with his mouth, and a little help from the carbonation in Dr. Pepper. Friday the 13th Part 4 lowered their budget by actually killing people on film so they didn't need a special effects department. The trend became popular in the whole industry until the 1988 5-4 Supreme Court decision that states murder for entertainment bad. Tipper Gore, after preventing her children from having to listen to their favorite bands, had her first orgasm.
Hey, you knock it off out there.
Tom Selleck and Burt Reynolds once swapped mustaches to see if anyone would notice.
Who would?
Years later, this actually was the inspiration for the movie Face Off.
I knew it. I smelled Tom Selleck on that as soon as I watched it.
Censors at Warner Brothers made Prince change the title and lyrics to a song he had written about dog penis. They said, how about make it a car? The original version, Little Red Lipstick, is purportedly in a vault somewhere in Paisley Park. What?
Oh my goodness.
And the last one, as most people know, President Ronald Reagan was a huge fan of jelly beans. But like any good American, he hated the licorice-flavored ones. He would pick them all out and mail them to other world leaders with no return address as a prank.
Here's the problem with that last one. It sounds an awfully lot like something I would expect him to do.
Well, all right. You didn't laugh at all of them, but you definitely broke a couple times, and it definitely didn't help that we had someone in the other room laughing in a window that you can see.
Dink.
All right. This isn't going to be a regular thing, but I think every once in a while I'm going to do something like this because this is fun. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I think it went pretty good. Plus, I have fun trying to come up with facts.
Maybe you should prank me for April Fool's.
Yes. Why don't you?
I mean, like, don't have me in on it, obviously. You think I'm going to remember me saying this?
You will when it comes up, if it comes up. Anyway, so that's the last episode for the year because, like I said, for the next few weeks, we're going to be off because the studio that we use is closed. But we'll come back in early January, most likely back to our regular 25 facts on an actual topic.
Most likely.
But once in a while, I'm going to stick one of these in. Just like if we know going into something we won't be here 2 weeks in a row, I might do that just so we have something in between.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
All right. So tune in next year
to
find out if he's going to puff, puff, pass.
Or puff, puff, fail.